Hello and welcome back to my channel and welcome to Christmas in August. And of course, as every month, please make sure you follow the links below to see what some of my lovely friends got up to. You're going to find some layouts. Some of my friends are working in their December dailies or in their Christmas TNs. Others are making cards. So every month we try and come to you with some sort of Christmas project to get ahead a little bit for this year, as is my project today, or to catch up, as I've done in the past with a few layouts that are not done. I work in basically a generic album, so not a yearly album, but I do add pages every year, whereas others like Christy, she does an actual and a gorgeous December daily every year. Kristen tends to do cards for us every month, a whole plethora, and Ronnie does. Ronnie is a little bit like me, so some months she'll do a card, some months she'll do a layout, and all sorts of different projects. So today I thought I would play with some tags. That's something I used to always forget to buy, you know, those silly little tags that you stick on the wrapped packages or that you hang on a gift bag, and I used to always forget to buy them. And, you know, in really about an hour, you can do so many different fun tags. So I tried a variety of sizes, and I think for me, this is 2 inches wide because it fits in my punch that does the tag end here. So the 2 inches fits right into that punch, and it's a Stampin' Up. Oh, here it is. It's right beside me. So let me get it out for you. It's a Stampin' Up punch. So you see, here it is. It's, oh my goodness me, 2 inches wide. So I just pop that in, and I get my tag. But you could very easily do this with just doing, you know, 2 inches wide and cutting, you know, just cutting your little corners, cut here and cut here, and you would still have, and then punch a little hole and you would still have a tag. And I have gone to 3.5 inches long, and that seems like a good size for me that you can work with, not too much bother, that you can do a few things to make it look gorgeous and yet it not take up too much real estate. So I have a few, and then I have another one here for you, which is a little bit more the traditional one that you can just stick on a package that you have wrapped. Although a lot of us these days go for the gift bags, I still do some wrapping. So and with this type, I use these lovely Stamp Market. The Stamp Market, it's a stamp and die set labeled. And for today, I used the largest die. But again, the same kind of thing. You could simply do a square. You could do this with some oval dies. You could do it with circle dies. You could just do a square and then cut your edges or round your edges if you have a little corner rounder. So just anything really that you have in your stash, and quite frankly, a pair of scissors will do the entire thing. So let's see. So here's a fun one that I do, and I, of course, live in Quebec, and part of my family is French-speaking, part of my family is English-speaking. So this is one that I did many years ago, and that is, I'm using very vanilla cardstock here. You can use white, but this is something I did many years ago, and basically all I do for this is I take my tag. Let's move these over for now. I take my tag, and I have a red and a green washi tape. Now, it doesn't have to be these traditional colors, but I have washi tape. Karen, Connie, Colleen, and all of my lovely friends, I'm using washi tape. Yay, yay, yay. So I just take some washi tape and I put it on a slant to give it just a little bit of, whoops, you see these are little hearts, so I keep wanting to put them upside down, and there's Chopin saying hi. I put it a little bit on a slant, And then I have a wider one here. You could use the same widths. I tend to think it's a little interesting to have the different widths. You put right here, and then, which I forgot to bring, I just used my little X-Acto knife, a little blade knife here to just cut this off because I don't want it really in the back, because we're going to do the to and from in the back. And then here I just have on my block, I have a Merry Christmas and I have a Joyeux Noël, and I reverse my colors. So here, and on the bottom, I tend, because there's a little bit less space, of course, on the bottom, for me, I do the Joyeux Noël because it's shorter. Now, if you only need the Merry Christmas, what I would probably do is then, let's just try that actually instead of it. You can see basically how I did that. If you're just doing the Merry Christmas, I would probably do it right in between. How does that sound? Let's try that. And then I might do it in a different color though, because my whole idea here of having them one on top of the other is on top of the green you do the red, and below the red you do the green. So let's see what we could do here. Now I would probably, if I did that, I would probably do black, but I didn't bring black, I brought brown. So let's try brown, we'll pretend it's black, but I think that would be kind of cute actually as well, to have the Merry Christmas. Let's just see, there we go, right here in the middle. If you only need the one language, there you go. That's kind of perfect, isn't it? So there you go, just right there in the middle, you do your Merry Christmas. You could do some splattering on these as well. I tended not to because I don't want to stamp on top of my splattering. I don't find that it comes out very well. So there you go. Then we would cut that off, and then just here on the back, right here on the back, we are going to do the to and from. There you go. Now to me, quite honestly, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this stamp because I find the to and from a little bit too close together. I would like them separate, so I'm probably going to cut that apart. So there you go. You would have that. And if you need two languages, English and Spanish, Spanish and French, then you can do it this way with your red, your green, and then just stamp the red on top of the green and the green under the red, or vice versa. So that is one kind of fun tag. And then the only thing you need to do with that, of course, is get yourself, and I've got out here the lawn trimmings. There you go. And pop this through here. And then you see on a gift bag, just pop it there on a gift bag and just go in and tie this up. See, you could even do a little bow, you can do a little knot. I'm going to just do a little knot today. There you go. And there you go. And you have it right on the bag. So that's one fun one. And then another fun one that I find is then, where did I put the completed one? Here it is. Here I just took exactly the same. So 2 by 3.5. I did my splattering. This one I did do some splattering because I tried it without and it really was a little bit plain, but since we don't need to do anything on it, just do a little bit of splattering here in the gold. I used 2 sizes, this little tiny star punch and this larger. My punches here are Stampin' Up, and then I got just the 3 so that I could have 3 stars. So there you go, we take 3 stars. Oh, I did not bring my glue. Well, that was silly of me. So there we go. Let's get these down. on here. So just get a little bit of glue out. Up in one corner here. Then down a little bit further down. You see, and you can use the where you have the open spaces from the splattering to guide you as to where you are going to put your stars. And there we go. And then just at that. Now, we could ink the edges as well. The only thing I have here is brown. So let me just ink it around, even though it is brown. And you know what? That's kind of cute. Anyway, the brown is actually kind of nice, but you could definitely do it in gold. I always find that inking finishes things. So even on this one, you could go around in, I would probably go around in the green, maybe not in the red, but I think in the green, that would be a fun finishing touch. And then you see on this one, I would use some gold to hang it. There you go. So let's just get a little bit of this out, and then the same kind of thing, and you just tie it. There you go. You could also just, you know, do the quick little knot here, tuck it in, and have that done ahead of time so that you can hang it on a bottle. There you go. Hang it like from, obviously not, but you know, like a bottle of wine or something like that. So I think that's kind of fun. And then here again on the back, we are just going to do our to and from. Over on the side so that you can do your writing. And there you go. There is another kind of tag that we're doing. And these are fun. This is very cute. I find this kind of actually very cute and elegant. And you could do this in all sorts of different colors. White cardstock with a lovely frosty teal color actually would be gorgeous as well. And there you go. And then the last one that I'm going to do today for you. So these, see, and I'm sure just by watching this, you're probably going, oh, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this, I could do that. Because of course, the other thing that you can do, I did one here that's got just the splatters on it. And I am using my Heidi Swap Color Shine because I still have some left. In my layouts, I tend to use more the Glorious Days because of this little halo. But on the tags, I'm not overly worried. But you see, you could do this tag here and then just ink this up a little bit again. And then go through either your stickers or your chipboard kind of thing, and something that you may not know quite what to do with on a regular basis. Like you see here, I have this lovely chipboard, which is gorgeous, a beautiful reindeer, and I've done my little bit of inking. And then put this right on here. And we could probably put a little tiny star. I would put probably this size of a star. Let's just take it off this one here for now. I'll put it back after. And pop that there to finish that off. And there is a perfect, so go through your chipboard, your stickers, and you could find something also, you know, your dies. You could certainly find things to make these fun. And isn't that cute? And look, that took like 30 seconds. So quite frankly, in an hour, you can do all sorts of tags. And then we're going to look at this tag here that we can do on the more traditional wrapped packages. And, ooh, unfortunately, now you see what I should have done here is I forgot to, oh, no, I did not, because I do the inking after. So you see on this one, I did my stamping, I did the thing, I did the two little red stars, and I did my to and from, but you see it's a little bit plain. It's fine, it's perfectly usable. I messed up my stamping here a little bit, so just let's go around our little corner here and ink it, which straight away gives it a finish. And there you go. But if we want to just step it up a little tiny bit, let me show you. So let's see here. So I have my ink. Where's my little stamp? I got this little guy. And the stamp set that I'm using for this, I showed you the dies, but I'm using this fun little cookie cutter Christmas. And there's all sorts. You could do Santa, the little gingerbread, a reindeer, a lovely little Eskimo. So you could do all sorts. You could just do, you could do a Christmas tree if you have a stamp, or you could even just draw a Christmas tree on here, and then the dies. So let me get my stamp, which is all organized here. There we go. So this one I'm starting with the stamp. Right here in the middle. Let's make sure we have everything. Stamp it over here in my corner sort of thing, right here. There we go. Now you see I'm on camera here, but I mean I would have done this a little bit better. And you know what? It doesn't matter. It's handmade, so it really doesn't matter. Now, you see, now I'm going to get, and I'm going to do, but I'm going to be a little bit careful because I don't want it just willy-nilly, because you see here I want this nice little spot so I can get my to and from. So let's just do a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit on the side. Whoops, that was a little bit big. Over here, there we go. So that we have a little bit of the color shine on there. Now you see I was maybe not quite as careful as I was on this one. I mean, I'm on camera, so I'm doing this maybe a little bit faster than I would do normally. Then I am just going to take my to and from and put it right here in this lovely little area. There we go. So you can fill that in. And then take 2 little red stars, which I put here. And then you'll see there was a progression. And this is where I love winding up. So I'm going to be careful here because my droplets are not dry. But you see there's a perfect spot right there. And then a perfect spot right here. So there you go. And then if you look at this little guy, I said, okay, so you have sort of brown, red beside one another. So let's just make that all look a little bit more finished and a little bit more blended. So I got these little tiny red gems that I have, and we're just gonna pop that on my little gingerbread man here. There you go. Oops. Pop them up a little bit here. I hope my head's not in the way. Pop them up a little bit there, and there you have it. So wasn't that fun? Just fun little Christmas tags for gift bags, for bottles. So you see here, we wrapped it around a gift bag, and we do the little, that one is easy. This one here, I just tied the string so that you could wrap it around a bottle. And then the old-fashioned that we just stick right onto the wrapped present. So there you go. So we have our little wrapped present, fellas, right here. Then we also have the star one. We have this lovely one with the washi tape. And then going through our chipboard or stickers, and we can do this kind of one as well. And this, of course, you could also do on this format. This would have been perfectly fine on this kind of format. And then you can just either, again, stick it on your package the way it is there, or you could just punch a little tiny hole in it and use it as a tag that you can drape around a bottle or on a gift bag like we did there. So there you go. I hope I gave you some fun ideas to get some tags. I would say, quite honestly, do a little bit of pre-punching of your stars, decide which stamp you're going to use, and probably in about an hour, you could probably have the majority of the tags you might need for your Christmas presents, unless of course you have a gigantic family. But you know, in an hour or a couple of hours for sure, you could get all of your tags done for your wrapping for this year. Thank you so much for joining me. This was fun. Tell me, are you going to try this? Are you going to try and make your own tags? What kind of stamps do you have in your stash that you would love to use? And don't forget to get your washi tape out. And I will see you, and we will all see you next month again for Christmas in September. See you then. Thanks for being here. Bye.